Reaper reveal, they don't use Phobos features, I think. At least it looks like that you could just copy paste other existing mechanics and reskin them onto these things. So just radiation on death is not a Phobos feature. Okay, on the right hand side, playing as the red Last Bastion, we have Pinkin Lark, otherwise known as JackoDerp. On his teammates below him, playing as the blue United States of America, we have Alstar, the two of them forming IsPepsilonOkay. Their opponents, we have as the green Russia, we have KG666. And his teammate playing as the teal Scorpion Cell, we have AD, forming ADNO.1. Right, we're on Ying and Yang here. Not often this map goes to the side, typically this is either the first or second map to play. So, find out what's going on here. Players claiming their royal dares as they are fenced off. Right, one of the things that sticks out like a sore thumb in this game is that for those who aren't initiated yet, a JackoDerp, he doesn't like foam. He detests the faction with almost all of his soul, and his brain shuts off when playing it to a certain degree. So as to why he's deliberately gone out of his way to pick Last Bastion in this match is a decision that confuses many of us. Alstar here being fairly safe with the USA pick here, who have Chrono Abrams, Tanya IFE and the rest of it. However, his opponents are Scorpion Cell, and we've seen one best of 3 already go the way where the tables were turned entirely on Tyrant sniping tech out from underneath people. So the question is, what will happen to Pepsilon? Will they suffer the same fate as Abdo and Stolen Tech here? And Russia, much more conventional, safe pick here. We're seeing Tesla Cruisers, Scards, Wolfhounds, etc. However, against Last Bastion, on a map like this, I would say it's fairly even. End of time. No one likes foam. Fuck you, I main Last Bastion. I will unashamedly admit, I am a Last Bastion main. A Terror Drone picks up what I think was an attack dog. However, that is a large ball of conscripts here. Gonna have to be careful. I don't think Jacko's noticed this yet. Judging by the fact that the night frame... Yeah, now he's noticed it, but the Terror Drone's going to pick off 2 night frames. Picks up a Lancer. Almost gets killed. As simply charges forward. It looks like you're not leaving Jacko any room to maneuver here. They pick up 1 night frame. Pick up 2. I think right now the Sonic Turret may be a good call here from Jacko. But he is bankrupt. Okay, Alstar comes in with a clutch Chronominer crush. And that cleans up that attack. Although Jacko lost, what, 3 or 4 night frames? Okay, we've got the Sonic Turret down here. As we see a Tigger come up. It is loaded with 3 engineers. So this could get very interesting very quickly. Phyllis Khan, does anyone think Tyrants are still too good? Yes, yes they are. So Tigger loaded with engineers here, gets scared off by the GGI AFE, but the GGI AFE moves away. That looks like it's going to go for the War Factory. Oh no, Jacko's walled his shit though. There's going to be no Conyard snipe here, but Alstar hasn't. Alstar's going to have to be mighty careful with this. Alstar, deploy your GIs, man. Come on. Gun the engineers down. Oh, he guns them down. Engineers were gunned down on the spot here, and the Tigger is destroyed. Ultimately fruitless effort here, but we're going to see a demo truck regardless from KG666 here. His opponent goes for a fast tier 3 here from Cell. Not surprising. Fairly conventional play there. As we see Jacko going to make a second War Factory. He's got Nano Loom out here, but he doesn't quite have the economy to go for full infantry production yet. But we see the first speeder trucks on the field. As the demo trucks now leaves the factory. We've got an Ivan that's going to try and walk in through the front door here and try and bait the Night Frames away as the demo truck goes somewhere. Is Jacko going to try and hijack the demo truck? He misses it, guns it down anyway. But he's going to have to be careful of the Ivan here, as there are now a couple of Rocketeers out here for Alstar. We've got Tier 3 out here from Sal. It's going to be only a matter of time before the Tyrants show up. And I believe, yeah, Russia working on Tier 3, Jacko working on Piers, Alstar not working on anything right now. I hear sweepers being deployed. They're probably defensive sweepers in Jacko's base. Alstar now working on Tier 3, going to be the first to get it. Jacko being the one behind on technology here. As we see the Rocketeers just move around here. I hear them shoot something. Oh yeah, they're shooting up another demo truck. The most the demo truck accomplishes is blowing up a tree. I mean, to be fair, it makes the area safe from mirages, but... Oh yeah, we see a Warhawk out here from Alstar. As he's still working on Tier 3, a couple of robot tanks as well. I think they know that AD is now Tier 3, so they're immediately preparing for the Tyrants, but we're seeing spies out here from AD here, and drillers, not Tyrants. There's a lot of drillers. Those are 3 drillers out the factory here. I wonder if it'll be 4. But it looks Alstar's gonna have to very rapidly wall his ship, specifically his radar, because if that gets sabotaged, oh dear, that's gonna be pain. Jacko putting down Sodar arrays, smart man, buffs the sweepers in his area, and it will also detect stuff. But we've got spies on the field here now. What will they accomplish is the question of the hour. Tanya out here for Alstar, as I imagine. There's no Abrams in production just yet. Seeing the first nanosync of the day as Tanya shoots away an Ivan. We've got Volkov on the field here. Minimal AA. Target painted down. Jacko immediately comes in to respond. Speeders try and pick up Tanya IFE. If those GIs had actually deployed, they probably would have picked it up as well. Picked up the speeders, I mean. As Jacko moves in here to secure the ore field. We're seeing Deviators get some good confusion away. Alstar tries to pick up some isolated units. Gonna have to be mighty careful of that Volkov though, but Volkov enters the Perillo, I think. And the Malva's now on the field as well. Space Laser down, picks up a lot of infantry here, as Malva enters the field and starts picking away infantry. Team detection is not a thing. As we hear the drillers that were coming out from AD's base. Malva deploy on the field here, but doesn't exactly accomplish a whole lot. And it's going to have to be mighty careful. Alstar hears the Rocketeers, gets a couple of dogs out on the field. Tanya IFE's in the base, picks up the Infiltrator, as Alstar's now going to start scattering dogs around. But yeah, Jacko having walled off most of his shit, except the radar, because it's an unwallable position. As we see Terror Drop cast inside Jacko's base here. Speeder picks up the first one, but the second one drops, and that picks up 4 Clairvoyants, although they're only, what, 300? So it's not exactly the most expensive loss, but the Terror Drone still makes value. That is a fake Dominator on the field here from AD. Is he working on the real one? He is. But I think Jacko's going to call that one a fake. Because looking at the power situation here, AD wouldn't be able to support a regular Dominator. That's a fake Conyard as well. They have to know these are fake. I don't think they provide build radius for regular structures. I feel it's Tanya FP beats up Volkov. Only if she kites. As we see the first Mastodons on the field here. Trying to take down a Tesla Cruiser or two, but they pick up one Mastodon. And the EMP out here for the Tesla Cruisers does not make it particularly effective. Mastodons on their own will simply evaporate. As they now move in. Jacko's reluctant to pull his forces in. Alstar could probably pick this up with the Rocketeers and Warhawks alone, because there's no AA here. I hear unload. Okay, that's the Gariel's unloading. We see Warp Shop out here from Alstar. Barracuda's on the field. The real Dominator's down and it's depowered his base. They've put it next to the other one, but I reckon Alstar has already figured out which one is which. Alstar snipes the real Dominator. I believe they're fully aware which one is fake and which one is real. Tiny IFE moving up here, trying to clean out the Gatling tanks. They've got a bunch of Abrams. He's going to go for the fake Conyard anyway here. What Jacko needs sorely is some extra anti-tank here because it looks like Russia's transitioning into solely tanks here. I don't think he has enough railgunners on the field. Some clairvoyance in his army. Epsilon on the back foot here, however, lacking anything to handle the Abrams. Tanya IFE elite. Alstar being very cautious, however. Gonna have to try and guard. And Tara's battery down from AD here as he gets picked up. But it doesn't look like there's anything to counter the Abrams in the base as things are just going to go nuts. Russia player responds, but Alstar can get the tier 3 snipe. No, he's going to go for the Conyard whilst it's exposed. Conyard very exposed. Conyard destroyed. Tier 3 destroyed. He's going to go for the War Factory. That was a serious blunder from AD here as he unpacks the Conyard at the worst possible time. Jacko joins in the fun with the Gariels, picks up the radar. AD has no production and only a fake Dominator to his name, as it now relies solely on the Russia player here with his Tesla Cruiser Morillo blob. Jacko leaving his infantry around in places he can't afford to leave them around. A neutralizer on the field here, as it looks like Russia's going to go for a last-minute dive on Alstar. Jacko needs to pull his units into position here. Tanya gets picked up. As the Porillos unload, Volkov on the field here. Not looking particularly good for Alstar here. It looks like this game could very rapidly become a 1v1. But with Alstar's Conyard walled, the only things I can... Oh, no, never mind. The Gariels have done... Oh, no. The Gariels have blown open Alstar's walls on the field here. Ivan goes to plant bombs everywhere. The AFHQ will probably die. Mastodon's now on the field. Malva deployed. Joins in on the fray. The question is, what is Jacko going to do? Is he going to use his infantry, or is he going to try and pick up the enemy? He snipes off the reinforcing Tesla cruisers. Psychic Dominator, which is fake, has been activated, but they know it's fake, as Alstar survives the attack. He has 40k in the bank, but isn't building anything. Come on, Alstar, come on, wake up, man. But this attack has failed to kill Alstar, and this might just bite Kaiji in the ass. He had a chance to make it a 1v1, he's lost it. And now Jacko is able to start building Mastodons. We've got 3 Mastodons on the field. We're seeing more Sodar arrays come out for Jacko here. Has he restored? As Alstar on the brink of restoring his power situation. Yeah, Jacko just needs more Mastodons. Okay, it looks like Jacko's going to move his MCV into Alstar's base. Malva on the field here, looking to try and pick up a miner. But no, changes his target, goes for the Conyard instead. Cryocopter out here for Alstar. But they're aware that Malva's shooting up a Conyard, so Jacko moves his army into position. Conyard deployed. Signal inhibitor down here for Jacko. What's his power like? Okay, very fine, very fine. Yeah. Not sure why AD... Okay, AD remains in the game solely because of Malva. I forgot that. It was detected, gets shot up by the neutralizer. As we see, Nanocode Regulator down here for Alstar. Is he working? No, there's no super weapons on the field yet. Alstar rebuilding his Mercury. Oh, right, he can't build Abrams because he doesn't have Mercury. He can't build Warhawks because he doesn't have Mercury. All of his tier 3 stuff's actually removed because he doesn't have Mercury. That explains a lot. Yeah, Malva deploy on the field. Getting very annoying. Volkov out here. Gonna try and engage the armor force, but the Mastodons are a little bit slow to maneuver. As Malva's been pushed out of the way, that deploy is not going to last very long. There we go, it's expired. Back warp out here from Alstar in an effort to try and clean everything up. Terror drones move in here in order to try and clean up the infantry. Massive! I forget that ability, Devourer on the field there. As I believe Jacko is in fact the winner of this engagement. Is that Malva? No, that's just being shot up. As whilst Jacko's lost most of his infantry bulk, the Mastodons of the Garios are still intact. As Alstar rebuilt his Mercury. Mercury has been rebuilt. I imagine we'll see Abrams in the queue again. Tanya. No Abrams yet. Alstar needs to spend his money. Goldbanes and Last Bastion just being so bulky. There's the undeploy from the Tiggers, it looks like, on the field there. Another Malva deploy, but I don't think Jacko has any detection. Yeah, no, I believe Jacko doesn't have any detection on the field here. He's going to need to get some more clairvoyance, which phone detection is absolute arse. But, oh no, he's bringing the Sodar onto the field. But he's forgotten about it. Malva staying outside of the Sodar range. Some very skillful use of Malva out here from AD. Always keeping it outside of the Sodar range, although he can afford to have all of his focus on the Malva here because he's not got anything else. Fake Psychic Dominator activates again. We're seeing Tempest Architect out here from Jacko on the way. Is he going to flex and build it in front of his enemy? Still, okay, now we finally see Abrams on the field again for Alstar here as he starts burning his bank. You know, if you really wanted to, you could probably infiltrate AD's refinery and steal all the money in there because he's still in the game. Fash, no, I don't think we will see a Plasma Ice. If you're making Tempest Architect, with on 5 wind traps, you're not making Plasma. Okay, 7 wind traps. I still don't think Jacko has enough power. We're seeing Iron Curtain here from Russia. We're seeing Overcharge. We've got the Credo Boost on the field here. So we've got Speedy Garials. The Mastodon's not as quick though. Malva deploy yet again. As it looks like most of the Mastodons were picked up. This Malva deploy actually coming in really useful here. Space Laser out here from Alstar picks up most of the conscripts here. Probably would have been best spent on the Terror Drones, however. No, you can't take fake Dominators because it's a super weapon. You can't catch a super weapons in multiplayer. Here comes the Clairvoyant Swarm. So close-in detection for Jacko is now on the field. He finds Malva. Malva has been destroyed. It looks like Jitskoy got picked up as well. As Tempest Architect is on the field here, back at the location where Jacko's Courtyard used to be. Working on an ore refinery. Looks like he's going to decide to choose to flex on his enemy by mining the ore field right in front of him. Alstar tries to come in with a attack here. Tanya gets picked up by Terror Drones. Looks like Jitskoy is going to infect an Abrams as well. Nope, Jitskoy is killed. Massive Desolator deploy here. But it backfires, kills a bunch of conscripts, damages the Tesla cruisers as well. Starlet's Fist going to be picked up. But Jacko walks into the rad field, but doesn't give a shit. Garios are rad immune, Mastodons are bulky, so are Foed Infantry. This looks like it's going to be Goodnight Vienna for Team ADNO.1 here. As it's just the last Bastion bulk and the Garios when the grenades kicking. Iron Curtain sniped by the Barracudas here, as Jacko just swipes production. Gets the barracks, that stops Volkov coming out. As it's just a Tesla Cruiser blob here. Does Jacko has nanosync, probably nanosync the Giant's Veins here, get God's Banes, and then clean the floor with everything here. But alas, we're not going to see any God's Banes today, it looks like, as he's just leaving it all to the Mastodons. Tesla Cruisers are picked up by the Abrams here. as AD gives up and Kaiji gives up as well. Is Pepsilon okay? Take it 2-0.